So I've been a bit delayed today in posting a video, mainly because I've been trying to figure out what some of the most recent news means and hoping that I would see some sort of action in the markets that would tell me something. And no such luck. If we can see, yesterday was this yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we came all the way down here. This looks like this was where we were at when I was filming. I'd have to go back and look. Yesterday we zoomed up here through the day yesterday by noon, and then we kind of came back down here. And this here, is this the value area high from the, yeah, this is the, we came back down to the value area high of this volume profile. We bounced off of it and came back up, and we're coming a little bit back down now. This is kind of an interesting pattern here on the hourly we're seeing. Of course, I do remember talking about this green dot forming yesterday. Money flow is now starting to flow up, which is a good sign. Let's look at the 2-hour. Yeah, the 2-hour, 3-hour. The money flow is still in the green on the 3-hour. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at this and everything's telling me we should be seeing strictly from the volume profile and the market cipher. You see here, you've got your, I think they call this I don't know what they call it. Anyways, the momentum waves are showing the momentum moving forward. I'd have to go back and re-watch the videos to learn what those are called. I just know that less momentum to the downside, or more momentum to the downside, less momentum to the downside, less momentum to the upside, more momentum to the upside. That's telling me we're seeing an upward trend. We see money flow actually going up. Everything here is telling me that we're going to be going up. Then we look at the volume profile. This is the value area high, value area low. We're pretty much staying above the value area high on the daily. This tells me it's going to go up. Now, the part that I don't know what it means is yesterday, and just real quick, we got 450 we've deposited. We're at 497, so we're 10% up. I will probably move some of this out over the weekend into cash to be ready to buy on a pullback. Because right now, if I had more cash, I'd be dumping it into Cardano. As you can see, Cardano is at 197. Is at 97, which it was hovering above $1. So that tells me we go up. So the big news, the one that I don't, like I was trying to say before I got myself distracted, that I don't know what it means is it's an accounting news, and it has to do with Trump. Trump signed SAB 122. From my understanding, it repeals SAB 121, which prevented banks from holding crypto. If that is my understanding is correct, that means as of yesterday, banks could start holding crypto. Banks couldn't prior to yesterday. That means that the banks right now are doing a couple things, and one of those things is establishing their pathway to purchase and establishing their own Bitcoin reserves for the banks. If this is true, and my understanding is correct, I think that really it has nowhere to go but up. I just don't see how it could do anything but go up. This one here I'm interested in. Ledger co-founder was kidnapped. We've got this is really the news I was just kind of mumbling about. I think there's a lot more there than more there. Um, I'm just not sure I understand enough about the previous banking rules that prevented the banks from holding. But we saw over the past year, Bitcoin went from, let's look at this chart. Let's take this to the weekly. I love the weekly. And we're going to zoom way out on this weekly. So we're going to go back to the beginning of 2024. Bitcoin was $42,000. And we saw it jump all the way up here to 70 on the news that we were going to see. I believe this was on the news of either this or this. One of these two were on the news of the ETFs. Then it cooled off before this was the Trump bump. And he got inaugurated here, and we really haven't seen anything this week, which I don't know. I just don't know what to say. I think we should have seen a bump from this week, and we may still see it. We're still in the first 7 days. But this calendar week does close out on Sunday. I'm not really sure what to expect. I do think we're going to, I think this 150 here is a realistic target by tax day. In fact, did I mark the calendar for tax day? No, I didn't. I thought I did. I might have marked a different one. So we're gonna put a marker right here. Oh, I guess I need to have the setting for that. We're gonna put a marker in here. We're gonna put a vertical line right there. So this is the timeline I think we're looking at. And I think that's where my prediction is we'll be at this line here. I could be wrong, I could be right, who knows. Let's throw this on a logarithmic. There it is. So on a logarithmic scale, I think we're looking at a potential bump right up into here before we start going into some of these real potential targets for the close of the market in this second half of the year. What I think we may see happen is we're going to do some art. We're going to see something like this kind of occur, and it's going to make funny shapes on its way up. Whoops. Maybe not like that. Let's try that again. We're going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, before starting its run all the way out here to wherever, and then it's going to all the way up before hitting in that ballpark right there by the end of October is what I think we're going to see. But I'm not Nostradamus. That's just my prediction. If this occurs, and this is a dramatic drop, I do think we'll see a dramatic drop after tax day. But just like I was prepared for this past Monday, I was prepared for it to go up or for it to go down. I held my position, but I established some cash that if it did start to go up, if it did go down, I could buy in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of work on establishing a cash reserve between now and April to buy in. And my goal by April is to have roughly 50% of this base portfolio in cash. Well, 50%, I guess that would be 30%. So if I have 400 here, I want to have 200 here. Does that make sense? So that's kind of my goal, is to slowly but surely peel some back to go in here to hold, because if the market does skyrocket, I want to be able to, the market does drop, I want to be able to buy more. Anyways, that's all I got. Hopefully I'll have some better, more exciting stuff to talk about tomorrow. And that's it. Have a good weekend.